I tested some of the best gaming phones of 2025, and in this video I'm gonna rank them in a tier list based on their value for money, overall performance, and more. Links to all of the products will be in the description below. Redmagic 10 Pro. This is an absolute beast for performance, powered by the Snapdragon 8 Elite and an actual fan to keep it from overheating. It absolutely demolishes demanding games, and the massive battery combined with super fast charging means you'll have plenty of juice for long sessions. The software can be a little unpolished with some weird translations, and the fact it only gets one major Android update is a huge bummer for such a powerful device. For pure, unadulterated gaming power, however, I'm putting this straight into God tier. Redmagic 9 Pro. This phone is a gaming warhorse, using the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 to run pretty much any game you can find flawlessly, even on max settings. I really love the flat display, which is perfect for gaming, and the battery life is fantastic for its price point. The cameras are just okay, and it's missing wireless charging, but if you're looking for an affordable and dedicated gaming machine, this is an amazing choice. For me, this lands in the great tier. Asus ROG Phone 9 Pro. Wow, this is basically the most powerful phone you can get your hands on right now, with a Snapdragon 8 Elite and a top-notch cooling system that delivers the best frame rates on the market. The 185Hz screen is incredibly smooth, and I appreciate that the design is a bit more subtle this time around, so it doesn't scream gamer at everyone. It is incredibly expensive and the cameras aren't on the level of the other flagships, but if you want the absolute best mobile gaming experience with no compromises, this is it. This is an undeniable God tier phone. Asus ROG Phone 8 Pro. This phone really changed the game by feeling more like a normal flagship phone with a much cleaner design and adding key features like water resistance and wireless charging for the first time. It's still incredibly fast with a beautiful 165Hz display and the super useful air triggers that give you a real advantage. You don't have to deal with a punch hole camera now, and to get the absolute best sustained performance you'll need a clip-off fan accessory. It's the perfect blend of a daily phone and a gaming machine, so I'm putting it in the great tier. Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is the phone for someone who wants it all, and it just so happens to be an incredible gaming device, featuring the same powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite chip found in the best dedicated gaming phones. It handles the most demanding games at max settings without any issues, and the software experience is finally as slick as the gameplay. It can get a bit warm during long sessions, but its sheer power combined with top-tier cameras and features make it an amazing option for a gamer who needs a versatile daily driver. This easily slides into the God tier. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6. This thing is wild for gaming because of its massive 7.6-inch screen, which makes games feel incredibly immersive. It's running a powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor, so it handles most titles like a champ, keeping games like Genshin Impact running smoothly at high frame rates. However, some of the most demanding games can still cause frame drops, and honestly not all developers bother to properly optimize their games for this unique folding screen, which is a real letdown. Because of that inconsistency, I'm putting this one in the average tier. Redmagic 9S Pro. This phone is an absolute performance beast, built from the ground up for gaming with features like a Diablo mode that unleashes the processor's full power. It has an advanced cooling system with a built-in fan that helps it maintain peak performance longer than many other flagships, crushing demanding games with a super stable frame rate. The big catch is that it can get uncomfortably hot during long sessions, especially with those high-performance modes cranked up, so you'll probably need a case or a controller grip for its raw power but tricky thermals. I'm placing it in the good tier. Xiaomi Poco X7 Pro. I was so impressed with the phone's performance, especially considering its price. It feels like it punches way above its weight class with a MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultra chip. It handles demanding games like Honkai Star Rail on high settings with almost no lag, and thanks to some solid cooling tech, it doesn't get very hot even after an hour of playing. While it might struggle with the absolute most demanding games out there, its ability to run many popular titles at 120 FPS makes it fantastic value for any gamer on a budget. For me, this is a solid pick for the good tier. Apple iPhone 16 Pro Max. You just know the latest iPhone is going to be a gaming powerhouse, and this one does not disappoint with its zippy A18 Pro chip and super smooth 120Hz ProMotion display. It chews through graphically intense games like Wuthering Waves at a fluid 60 FPS without breaking a sweat, offering a really premium and reliable experience. The only knock is that under sustained heavy loads, its performance can dip a bit compared to some dedicated Android gaming phones, but for the average person who just wants a great phone that also games incredibly well, it's a monster. I'm happily putting this in the great tier. Xiaomi 14T Pro. Wow, this phone completely blew me away with its sustained gaming performance thanks to the MediaTek Dimensity 9300 Plus chipset. I could play the most demanding games at high settings and the phone barely even got warm to the touch, all while maintaining incredibly smooth and high frame rates. It also has fantastic battery life so you can game for hours, and it can even hit 120 FPS in titles like PUBG Mobile. This is the phone for someone who wants top tier, consistent performance without their hands getting roasted. This easily lands in the great tier. Xiaomi 15 Ultra. This phone is an absolute powerhouse for gaming, running demanding games like Genshin Impact at a smooth 60 frames per second on the highest settings. It packs a Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, up to 16GB of RAM, and a new ice loop or vapor chamber to keep it cool during long gaming sessions. While the performance is top-notch, the battery life is a bit disappointing, lasting just under 15 hours in some tests, and the huge camera above might be a turn-off for some. The speakers also don't sound as good as the previous model, so I'm putting this one in the god tier. Apple iPhone 16e. This phone is a bit of a mixed bag. It can handle some impressive console quality games like Grid Legends at a solid 60 FPS, though there are some slight frame pacing issues. The A18 chip is powerful, but the GPU has one less core than the standard iPhone 16, which can impact performance in more demanding games. The biggest win for this iPhone is its battery life, which is the best of any 6.1-inch iPhone, making it great for extended gaming sessions. For me, this one falls into the average tier. OnePlus 13R. This phone offers incredible value for what you pay. It comes with a powerful Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor and a 120Hz screen, making for a really smooth gaming experience. You can enjoy games like PUBG at a buttery 120 FPS with virtually no lag. It's not quite on the same level as the absolute best gaming phones, as it can have trouble maintaining a steady 60 FPS in Genshin Impact on high settings. But it's a solid performer for most games. It also has a great cooling system to prevent overheating during long playtimes. This is a definite good tier for me. Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 7. This phone is a unique one since it's a foldable, but it can still hold its own in gaming. You can tweak the settings to get a smooth experience by enabling the high 120Hz refresh rate and using the game booster to improve performance. It runs on the Exynos 2500 processor with 12GB of RAM, so it has plenty of power for most mobile games. However, you won't be getting the absolute peak performance you would from a traditional flagship phone, so you're making a compromise for the foldable design. Because of that, I'm putting this one in the average tier. OnePlus 12R. This phone is a really solid all-around performer, but it doesn't necessarily blow me away in any one area. You get a beautiful vibrant screen, amazing battery life that can last for 2 days, and a super fast charging, which is awesome for the price. However, the camera is just decent, and the curved screen can be a bit of a pain with accidental touches. For what it offers, it's a great phone if you want a near flagship experience on a budget, but it has some compromises. For that reason, I'm placing this one in the average tier. Poco F7 Ultra. This thing is an absolute beast when it comes to value, packing the latest Qualcomm processor, a gorgeous OLED screen, and a big battery with crazy fast 120-watt charging. Poco has finally stepped up the camera game, so you're getting a much better photo experience than their older phones, though it still doesn't quite match the top dogs. It can run a bit hot, and the design isn't the most exciting, but for the performance and features you get at this price, it's an incredible deal. I'm confidently putting this one in the great tier. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the best gaming phones for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description. Alright, peace out.